What's going on out there, good people, and welcome back to LMD Trading, where I am, of course, living my dream trading, and I'm just living my dream in general. Why would you want to live anybody else's dream other than your own and make your dream what you want it to be? So that's what I am doing over here. Hope everybody out there is doing well. As for myself, I am doing good. Had a decent day in the market, fairly short day in the market, but it was a disciplined day in the market. And discipline was the word of the day. And if you don't believe me, I'm gonna bring up Discord before we go into TRADERVUE. But in the Discord every morning, we'll normally sit in there and people will kind of give their plans for the day, what they expect. I'll scroll up, you'll see that Vega is one of the probably the most profitable trader that's in the group. He'll go through, put his charts, just showing what he's looking at. But if you look right here at 9:19 this morning, what do I say? I say discipline is the word of the day. Sitting here marking my charts, and I see things are pulling back inside of up channels, and I have to fight the urge to load puts up. So basically the market was moving higher, but it was pulling back. When it does that, I might get the urge to load puts thinking it's gonna go lower, but I'm like, nope, can't do that. Have to be patient and let the move come to me and not take the trades against the trend. Talking to myself over here, LOL. So that was my thought for the day. And then I just continue here just explaining what I think. So I said AMD is near the middle top of the hourly up channel and a slight pullback. Was looking at this when I made the be disciplined comment. That's why I made that comment, because AMD is what I was looking at and it was pulling back. And I'm like, ooh, do I want to see if this is going to go lower? No, let that trade come to you. So let's go ahead now and let's jump on into TRADERVUE. Reviewing trades for Thursday, March 30th. We took one trade today. It says we took two. We closed one. So that's what made it two. Closed P&L on the day, 132. 88 of that came from 8 contracts of the 10 contracts that I was in on INTC. Went on and got out of 8 of those, locked that profit up, and then we'll see what those other 2 can do. But you see the only trade that I took this morning, AMD, made $44 on that thing. I was in it at 9:31 and 50 seconds, and I don't even think I was in that thing a couple of minutes, and I was out of it. Entry, from what I remember, was good. The exit, I think I could have did a little bit better on. Still in Tesla. And you see we're still in 2 of those contracts for INTC, holding on to. Let's go ahead. Let's jump on over into Thinkorswim. Got the SPY pulled up. We'll take a quick peek at it. I'm going to back up pre-market right quick. You'll see that I had nothing marked intraday for the SPY. This is the hourly up channel for the SPY. And we see it tapped it a couple of times. They couldn't give it enough body blows to weaken it up. Probably didn't have much volume as it was coming up there. Market opens. The bulls give this one more push, one more valiant effort. They actually push it all the way up into this zone that we have right here. And the bears not having none of it. Just massacres it. Just obliterates it. Almost a 2-point move. Comes down. Bulls try to give it one more fight. Nope, not having it. And then we get this down channel established. By this time, I'm just watching the market. I don't want no more parts of it. Again, if I take this trade, I'm going against the bigger picture of the hourly down channel. What I would have wanted to see is this come down to the hourly down channel, wherever it is. It's way down there though. Catch support and start back going higher, and then I'll trade that move. But SPY had nothing for me today. We see that at around 130, it does finally bounce and try to go back higher. It does finally bounce and try to go back higher, but no haps on that. But let's go ahead. Let's take a look at what we did trade. Let's take a peek at AMD. Cool. We got the arrows on there. And let's take a peek at the big picture of AMD. So AMD pre-market, it was in this. So we got an up channel, established, and it was in an intraday up channel. And then right here at 8:30, about the time I probably sat down, it reverses and starts this pullback. And this is when I make the comment, because like I said, it was about 9:19 that I made that comment. Right, coming into market open, it's headed back down. But in the past, I might try to be like, okay, maybe this is going to keep moving down. No, let the trade come to you. Market opens. Now the trade is coming to me. It's getting back inside of the hourly channel, and it's getting back inside of this little small intraday up channel. And let's see where we get in the trade at. We get in, let me change that to an arrow, and I'm going to just drop one there. Getting in off of that candle right there. Let's look and see. Okay, so not quite the top. That's good. Change that to an arrow. Not quite the top of the candle, so we're good right there. Getting in right there. So basically, as this was breaking back into the hourly channel, and look at where I get out of this thing. I knew I was not in this very long. I get out in this candle 3 minutes later, or really 2 minutes later. Let's see, because I see this got out in two different things. Oh, got out of both of them at 159. So getting out. My only issue with this is when this got back into the hourly channel, I need to trust the hourly channel. I need to trust the hourly channel is going to work. So this thing pulls back. Look at where it pulls back to. Right here. Let's see something. What's the low of that candle? 97.75 is the low of that candle. What's the low of this candle? 97.75. So think about that. I get in right here and I put my stop right here. This thing makes this move. It might not go to my target. It comes back. This is the shakeout candle. This candle comes to get everybody who has their stop at the low of that candle. Why put your stop right there? Why not put your stop a couple of pennies down below it and then you're safe? One of the guys that's in the Discord today took an excellent trade on Meta. And he gave it just a hair bit too tight of a stop. And that thing came and it tagged him. And then that trade went just like he thought it would go. The only thing was the stop was a little too tight. So on things like that, just give it a little bit of extra room, just a little wiggle. And then if it comes down and tag you with that little extra wiggle room, okay, it is what it is. But we see this pulls back. Tags people out if they were right there, and then it rips. And look at what it does. It breaks the hourly channel, comes back down into it, and then it kind of just chops along and rolls over. But had I stayed in this, or maybe got out of one of the contracts right here, as this looked like it was pulling back, and it did pull back. So my thought on it was correct. This was pulling back, but let it pull back and then let it keep going. Got out at 169. This set a high of 220. That's a little over $60, like 60. Yeah, maybe right at $60. On two contracts, that's $120 more. This could have been a $200 trade as opposed to a $44 trade. But I got basically what I wanted out of the trade. I'm not mad, but I do see that I need to trust my hourly channels. I need to trust my hourly channels. But that was AMD. Let's take a peek at INTC real quick. We won't see where I actually got in at because like I said, when I got in this one, I was getting in off of the hourly, or not the hourly, I was getting in off the weekly chart. But what I want to see is if I got out for a good reason. So I got out in that candle right there. So we see INTC opened. It made this excellent move and then pulled back the previous high of day. Then it just kind of grinded up, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. And then we got right here, and this set basically a even high. And I said, nope, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of this trade. I'm gonna get out of 8 contracts. I'm gonna keep 2 of them as runners to maybe see what they can do. But it does pull back. It goes a little higher, pulls back, goes a little higher. Then it finally does what I expected it to do. It rolls over. What I would have wanted to see was this to pull back. And that's why I dropped my line right there. I wanted to see that pull back, this to come up to about right here, pull back and use this as support to go higher. But now there is no higher support. Everything is lower. So that was a decent exit. That was a decent exit. I may have been able to get a couple of more pennies out of it. Yep, 37 cents right there. What was the high? 39. So 4 more cents. Yeah, could have got 4 more cents out of this trade per share or per contract. But nope, good with that exit as well. Locked in those gains. And we see that this thing just kind of chopped around going lower. So I think I was good to go ahead and lock that profit up. Had this was showing a little bit more strength, I may have grabbed some more contracts to play it back higher going again tomorrow. And we do see that it went down a little bit since the market closed. But that is what we did today. As always, thanks for checking me out. If you have not hit that like button, now would be an excellent time to do it. If you're not subscribed, please think about subscribing. I want to tell everybody that has subscribed this week, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Just a dude over here that's trying to perfect this thing called trading. And I'm approaching it from the mindset that I am going back to school. I approach this like it's college. Meaning, every time I lose a trade, or I'll have a losing day, that was tuition. And when you pay tuition, you're supposed to be learning something. So I want to learn from those losing trades, just like I want to learn something from the winning trades. But I think we can learn more from our losing trades if we look at them realistically and we look at them for what it was. I always say, and I got it from live traders, is look for reasons not to take the trade. So when I have a red trade, that's the first thing I'm looking for. I'm not trying to justify why I got in the trade. I'm trying to look for reasons why I shouldn't have taken the trade. And then I'll know next time not to take a trade if I see those things. Those things being taking a trade below VWAP, taking a trade into resistance, taking a trade against the trend for me. Some people, that is a strategy, trading against the trend, because they can read where that trend is about to change it. And I can somewhat do that as well, but I don't want to make that a habit. I want to follow that trend on the bigger time frame, on the bigger hourly or 4-hour time frame, because I'm learning that that is my edge. So if you just subscribe, thank you. That's what you can expect over here at LMD Trading. As always, we can continue the conversation in the comments. I kind of do this also for when I find something new. I try to put it out there. And if y'all see something that may help me, by all means, put that down in the comments. And it's like they say, you chew the meat and spit the bones out. If it's something that I can use, I'm going to apply it. But if it's something that I might not be able to use, maybe somebody else that's down in the comments can be able to use it. So don't think that your comments go unread by me or other people that scroll through the comments, because a lot of people, that's the first thing they do is go in the comments. So as always, thanks, and we're going to be back at it again tomorrow. Peace.